God, Sophie, I can't believe you actually went and did something like this. Did you actually go and buy an apartment for yourself? Why didn't you tell me that you were going to make such a big decision and do that? You'd think that you'd let your dear sister-in-law know. Huh? Kelly, how did you even know that I did that when I didn't tell that many people? Why would that catch your interest anyways? Well, it was my own mother-in-law who told me. I guess she just let it slip. I was so shocked that you went and did something like this, considering you take so long to do anything. It's a shame that you actually wanted to keep it a secret from so many people. To be honest, we've got a right to know what you do since we're all family. Okay, if you say so. Actually, I haven't finished cleaning up yet, so I didn't want to confirm too much before that. I just wanted things to calm down a little bit more before I started to tell people properly, you know? I was going to let you know eventually. Oh, is that so? Yeah, I doubt you would have told me. I would have had to have heard it through the grapevine like I did this time. You know, I never expected a 42-year-old latecomer to buy an apartment for themselves. But isn't it so great that you have now? After all, you're the only one in the family who's single, so you don't spend a lot of your money. It must be so easy for you to save a lot of money since you do nothing. I suppose so. I get it. You're funny, Kelly. But getting married also costs money, right? Things cost money, Kelly. You can't get much in life for free, unfortunately. I suppose it does, yes. Well, if you're so busy right now, I'll just come bother you another time. I'll come to visit you soon. Oh, no, don't worry. It's really still a huge mess around here. I've got so much to do. I'll call you when I can. I don't get why you're contradicting me so much. It's frustrating. Can you try not to do that, considering I'm your sister-in-law? Oh, I don't plan on holding back what I say to you, Kelly. I've got plenty of things that I want to confront you about. Huh? What do you mean? I've got no idea what you're talking about. I only wanted to talk because you're buying things and not telling me. I'm going to put this really plainly for you then, Kelly. You've always gone and taken my belongings without asking me for permission. Then you go and raid my fridge for whatever you want to eat. It's very annoying when I'm the one who buys my own groceries. And just the other day, I had a limited edition wine that was suddenly opened, and I can guess exactly who opened it. Plus, you've still not paid me back for the meals I've bought you. You owe me money, Kelly. Aren't you ever going to pay me back? Wait, what? I haven't got a clue about all that stuff you're saying. What has that got to do with me? Why would I do any of those things? Are you seriously in denial right now? Are you kidding me? I know that you do whatever you want, but you can't just make yourself at home when I bought all that food. How could you say that about your own sister-in-law? I'm your brother's wife, for goodness sake. We're family, and members of a family share things all the time. What's the big deal? Why are you giving me so much strife when I'm part of this family? Just finish cleaning up your place by next week because I plan on visiting then, and I don't want to see your stuff all over the place. Wow, I couldn't believe it when I first saw it. When you actually look at your place properly, it's a nicer apartment than I even imagined it to be. Don't you think it's too spacious to live in an apartment like that alone? My husband and I should live there too. It'll be great to have more space. Hold on, what did you just say, Kelly? You know that this is my house, right? Don't tell me you're proposing the idea of you and my brother living under the same roof as me, are you? But of course, we've already started moving out of our place and into your apartment. So if you don't mind opening the door for us, that'd be great, dear. Now, just hold on a second there, Kelly. This is a joke, right? You're not really going to move in with me here. You don't really think there's enough space for everyone, do you? Are you kidding me, Kelly? How could you try to move into my apartment like this? What makes this even worse is that you took the duplicate house key and completely moved in without my permission. Where the heck did you get that duplicate key from, Kelly? You better start answering my questions. You can't just do this to me. Well, if you must know, you left your house key there when you came home the other day, you see? As long as you know the number of the apartment, you can make a duplicate key. Besides, it means I don't have to worry about trying to get in and out without a key, so I can just live here from now on. No, you can't just take my keys like that. That's stealing, and you're invading my property. I never gave you permission to live in my new place. What are you even talking about? You said that it was okay for me to do that, don't you remember? If a single lady lives in a big apartment like that, it's such a waste of money. Our family will also live here, so please take care of us and we can all live here happily. I can't just let this happen. I bought this house for me and only me to enjoy and live in. You can't just move in and keep me in the dark about it. Well, the decision's already been made and it's too late to do anything about it. Just live with us. It'll be fine. Bro, what the heck's happening here? Are you seriously just going to let Kelly do whatever she wants? Did you not take in what I told you? Kelly keeps doing so many unreasonable things to me, and she uses the excuse of being your wife. Aren't you going to do something to stop her acting like this towards me? How many times do I have to tell you to leave me alone? I bought this place for me.
Jeez. Little sis, you really need to calm down, okay? We all know that you're very strong-willed and you tend to clash with people, alright? Have you noticed that? Look, I'm trying to be very cautious about this situation. If there was to be a lawsuit on the subjectivity of the truth, I couldn't take either side, okay? If you're being too persistent, you won't have any proof to do anything, and the only thing that'll happen is you getting angry.
I can't believe this is happening. Don't you know that there is evidence for me to sue your wife? She took my property from me. Take a look at the evidence and all of the other things she's done to me. Maybe that'll change your mind about her.
Huh? What do you mean? What evidence are you talking about? Kelly can't have done anything that bad now, could she? Wait, what is this? Are you being serious right now, Sophia? Did Kelly actually go and enter your property without your permission? She moved into your house?
That's why I've had it with her, Grant. She's done so many crazy things to me, and she just won't stop bothering me. This is the final straw. She is always using my personal belongings without my permission, and now she took my apartment by taking my key and moving in. Do you finally believe me now?
Yes. Oh my god. This is insane. I'm really sorry about this, Sophia. It was just because there was no evidence up until now that she did anything. I've been completely ignoring what she's actually been doing. This is terrible. She's lost the plot, that's for sure.
Well, I guess you're right in the sense that I didn't have any clear photos of her doing anything, but right now she's eating and drinking in my apartment. She's just taking whatever she likes when it's my stuff she's using. But thanks to moving into my apartment, I guess it means I can easily get photo proof now.
I know I've always been scolding you because you've always had a strong attitude, especially when you're trying to tell the truth. I just never heard about how much you were going through with my wife.
I tried to tell you. I just wish you believed me from the start about what she was doing to me.
Oh, really? I'm really sorry, Sophia. I do believe you now. I'm more worried about my parents getting caught up in all of this. Up until now, I've been able to more or less ignore my wife's antics, but to be honest, I've reached the limit of my patience.
Me too. She's just impossible to deal with. It's infuriating. She keeps doing whatever she wants and doesn't face the consequences. Well, I'm not going to take this lying down anymore. I have had enough of her antics.
Yeah, you're right. Feel free to do whatever it is you need to do and take care of this issue. I'll do the same at my end too.
Oh, Sophia, where did you go? I crack myself up sometimes. You've not come home since last night. By any chance, are you coming home in the early hours of the morning or something? You shouldn't be so energetic at this age. Oh my God, I can't stand it when you monopolize me and act like that my house is your house. This isn't your house, Kelly. Just leave. Well, excuse me, but what's got you so wound up, huh? Don't say such rude things to me, especially since I'm living with you now. Oh, that's right. I meant to say I haven't done the dishes from yesterday either, so whenever you get home, can you please clean them up? Thank you. I've got a really busy schedule today. I've got to go to the salon and get my hair and nails done. Is this some kind of sick joke? You're not going to take responsibility for this or even clean up in the house that you stole from me? Cut the crap, Kelly. You can't just treat me and my belongings like this. You're going to pay for doing this to me. Huh? What have I ever done to you, Sophia? I'm just wanting to be closer to my sister-in-law. What's so wrong with that? Don't you know how to take care of yourself? I'm not your mother, and I don't have to take care of you. Stop being such an old and selfish hag. Whoa, okay. You're just going way over the top right now. Just hold up. You've got nothing to be angry at me about. You are so frustrating and don't notice how you're treating me. I am not your mother. I've reached the limit of my patience. This is not the only time that you've helped yourself to my things. You've not even paid me back for the money I've lent you. You always pretend that everything belongs to you when that's not even true. Cut this out right now. I've got no idea what you're talking about, Sophia. I don't owe you any money. Stop acting like I do. I know why you're so angry. It's the menopause, isn't it? It just clicked that you're at that age. That's why you're so angry and tired all of the time. You've got some nerve, Kelly. I am working on trying to get you out of my house. Stop being so selfish. If you keep up this smartass attitude, I'm not going to hold back on doing everything I can to get you out of my life from now on. Wow, I am shaking in my little boots. You don't scare me, dear Sophia. You're absolutely hysterical these days. You're not even thinking straight. I'd like to see you try and get me out of this house of mine. You need to go and get some meds for those mood swings, dear. Grant, we need to talk. What is the meaning of this? What makes you think you can do this to me?
Kelly, what on earth are you talking about? You need to be more specific with me. You're not making any sense.
I am talking about my money. How come I've not received it yet? I need my living expenses so I can actually buy things. You haven't transferred this month's allowance to me. You haven't withdrawn all the money, have you? That's our family savings. You can't just do that. Even if you did that on your own, you'd need to get permission.
You know what, Kelly? No. I'm not going to just hand over the living allowance to you. I've actually deducted the rent from the savings.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? What did you do that for? Since when was rent classed as living expenses?
Because you have to pay rent to fulfill a rental contract. Don't you understand that? You're paying the loan for the apartment you're currently in now. I think it's only natural for you to do that since you're using an apartment, but the money in the account isn't going to be enough.
Huh? Excuse me? Now, just hold on a second, Grant. Why do I have to pay for the loan if we're all living together? That makes no sense. Are you crazy?
If anyone is crazy in this situation, it's you, Kelly. You started living in the apartment without getting permission first. You even moved in your own belongings without asking for my sister's permission, and besides, it's not even your apartment to move into. If you want to live in that apartment, you've got an obligation to pay the loan or rent on the apartment.
Okay, no. That's not how it works. What the heck are you on about? You're really funny, Grant. But she's living here on her own, and I don't have a very big house at all, and she's got such a wide open space. She's letting me live here. It's a real shame that I've got to ask for money when you should be grateful that I've even asked in the first place. Maybe she bought that apartment and didn't think of the debt she'd be in. That's why you're all treating me like this, because you're short on money.
If you're going to carry on thinking this way, so be it. Whatever. I don't care anymore. I've had enough.
Huh? What are you talking about? I'm just trying to make my point. You're the ones accusing me all the time.
Yeah? For good reason, Kelly. You're so selfish and don't think about anyone but yourself. You don't think about other people at all. I've been sweeping what you've done under the rug too often. I've reached my limit. I've put up with this because I thought it would worry my parents. But I just can't be with you anymore. I'm done with you. I want a divorce.
Wait, what? You're not making any sense. Why would you even want to divorce me? I'm not selfish at all.
You're seriously asking me why I would want to divorce you, Kelly? Haven't I made it really obvious in my messages?
Yes, I'm asking. I've done so much for you, and this is how you repay me? Is this about me giving you a new place to live? Is that it? You should be thankful that I got us a new place with a lot more space. Why would you want to divorce me? Are you crazy?
Because you've been doing terrible things to Sophia the whole time you've known her, haven't you? She told me everything you've done, and I've also seen the evidence as well. It was crazy that I didn't fully believe my own sister. It wasn't good. I was honestly surprised when I found out it was all true. I thought you were better than this. I can't deal with a woman like you, who lies and takes things from people when they've worked so hard to earn those luxuries. I've had enough.
Grant, please, you really need to calm down. That damn woman's making it all up. It's just all a misunderstanding, I swear. This is all your fault, Sophia. You're the reason that Grant wants to divorce me. All I did was try to live in a spacious house so that it wouldn't go to waste. It wasn't that great to live in anyways. If Grant divorces me, I'm going to make you pay my alimony. It's only fair since it was all your fault. Why are you telling Grant things that aren't even true? Stop lying to people. No, the only one who's lying is you, Kelly. No, I'm telling the truth, and I'm going to consult a lawyer so I can figure out how to get my money back from you. What on earth are you saying? There's nothing for you in this. I never borrowed any money from you, so I don't owe you something. All you are is a single woman who still can't find the person to get married to. Don't be so bossy about what I do. You're late in doing anything to me. You're so miserable because you've never been married, right? You're so delusional, too. Isn't it better for you to be admitted to a psych ward? Well, the only reason I got married later in life is because I was focused on my work and my career goals. Also, I don't have to worry about my mindset and my mental health, Kelly. I own a law firm, so I know how I can take you down. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Are you a lawyer? That's your job? This must be a joke, right? Oh, right. I guess you didn't hear that from my brother, that I'm a lawyer. Goes to show how much you listen to people. No, I had no idea. I thought your parents owned a clothes shop. What the heck is going on here? How are you a lawyer? This can't be possible. Well, since you don't really believe me, I'll just show you the proof. It always comes back to having evidence, and seeing is believing, Kelly. This must be a lie. That website's homepage that you sent me, it doesn't have your name on it. That's my office, Kelly. Why would I send you this picture if it wasn't my office? This is proof, you know. No way! Why are you messing with my head? How in the world did you become a lawyer? How come I didn't know this? Oh, okay, you want to know that? Then, well, you were right about my parents. They do own a proper clothes shop in town. We came to a mutual decision that my older brother would inherit the family business once my parents retired. But, you know, my brother wasn't always around, so they couldn't really rely on him to run the business. He also only had really average grades in school. I had a feeling that he didn't get many achievements throughout his schooling. But doesn't the same go for you, though? It's hard to say it myself, but I think I'm pretty smart. I graduated from a better university than my brother and became a lawyer. However, I can't inherit the house, so I've been working very hard lately and trying to earn enough money. But then he actually pushed me into a corner. But it's only because he got together with a monster like you. That's why he doubts when I tell him what you've done. Excuse me? Since when am I a monster? I've done nothing bad to Grant. How dare you call me that? You've got some nerve, Sophia. My brother does have a good personality, but sometimes he's neither wise or talented. My brother knows that of himself, too. He was working hard to get married and give my family some peace of mind. He knew getting divorced wasn't going to be easy. He finally opened his eyes, though. How dare you say that? I can't believe this madness. It's all because you said something weird to him to make him decide this. That is so bad. He said that if you demanded compensation, that I wouldn't make him pay for it. I'm good at defending divorce matters, Kelly. Don't mess with me. Once Grant files for divorce, I'll support him throughout the entire process with all my might. There's no way you're going to win, Kelly. Well, I'm planning to win because everything you say is a lie. You're so delusional. Just because you're some hotshot lawyer, it doesn't mean the proceedings will go your way. It's a bit stupid to go to court without gathering enough evidence, right? I might not be a lawyer, but I know that much. Kelly, did you forget what you wrote when it came to the money that you borrowed? You've got a poor memory, dear. Huh? What are you talking about? I never wrote anything to you. You need to stop with all these accusations. I'm not stupid, Kelly. At first, it was only just you buying drinks from the supermarket, but then it all escalated. You'd always say that you'd pay me back later for the meal that I got for you. Do you even know how many times you've overstepped the line? And you know that it's not even just about money anymore. There's more to it than that. Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? I don't owe you anything. I shouldn't have to pay back for anything when I'm still your sister-in-law. When you came over to my parents' house, you changed over the high-quality lotion into a bottle that you had. You try to persuade us that it was too much for one person to have, so I'll use it as well. You stole it as you were laughing out the door, for crying out loud. And you know that expensive alcohol that was in the fridge? You gulped it all down in one go. You said that if I couldn't finish the bottle, then you could. You think that everything belongs to you, Kelly. I knew this was getting suspicious when you failed to pay for drinks at the store. From then, I always had you write out a loan document on what you owed me. Now, I can use that as evidence of you stealing from me. Okay, yeah, maybe I did write those things, but you can always make up excuses. It's easy to fabricate things like that. Why on earth would I do that if there's a real excuse? I'm going to talk to another lawyer about how to proceed with this. I'm going to make sure you pay me back for what you stole, Kelly, no matter what the cost is. I don't understand why you're doing such a thing. I am still your sister-in-law, and nothing will change that. I look up to you, you know. Don't you think it's a little crazy to use a lawyer to solve family matters? No, I don't think it's crazy, by the way, Kelly. I'm the one who's younger than you, so I don't get why you're looking up to me for. Wait, what? What do you mean? Really? Are you actually younger than me? You told me that I was older than you in age, but when I checked with my brother, he said that I was younger than you. If I were to ask for your ID, it would prove my point, so don't even think about trying to get away with lying to me anymore. That's not true. It can't be. I obviously made some kind of honest mistake. I suppose you do look a little younger than me. Well, when you stole my cosmetics, you said when an old hag starts to wear a lot of makeup, you know that she's starting to rot away. You laughed so hard at your own joke, it's pathetic. You just think you can say what you want to me whenever you like, don't you, Kelly? Hey, where on earth did you hear that from? I never said something like that. How dare you frame me? Don't you know that this has been a huge misunderstanding? Misunderstanding? Are you kidding me? Anyway, the money that you need to pay back so far and things that you've stolen comes to $7,000 so far. I'm going to make you pay for what you took, so you need to be prepared for what you're about to face. What? No, I can't pay that amount of money. Who could seriously pay for all that needs to be replaced? Excuse me? What do you mean by who's going to pay for this? It's going to be you, of course, because you took so much from me. I'm saying that I don't want to give any money to you. You can't make me pay back for things that I only borrowed. So basically you had no intention of paying back the money you borrowed from me at all? Is that what you're telling me? Yes, that's what I just said, stupid. We're family and I'm allowed to borrow things and take whatever I like, all right? Is that so? Well, I guess we'll see about that. I guess I've got no choice but to change the way we do things now. Wait, what? What do you mean by that? You need to be more specific, Sophia. What in the world is the meaning of this, Sophia? You need to explain things to me right now. My, isn't it a fine morning, dear Kelly? You know, young people are just so different. You must be jealous of all the energy we have. You do know one of the only things that's different between us is age, right? Would you shut up? I don't give a crap about that right now. Have you filed a fraud report against me? Is this your doing? Well, yes, I might have filed a report. Of course, I wanted to do that because what you've done is a crime, Kelly. Are you kidding me? Since when have I committed fraud? I've not done anything like that in my life. You begged me for money when you had no intention of paying me back, even though I said that you could only borrow a little bit. Also, you tried to overthrow the loan document that I've got as proof. You performed such a great scam, Kelly. I tried to file a complaint with the police, and they actually accepted it since you went against what the document said. I don't understand what you're saying at all. There's no evidence to be found anywhere of this. It's all just some lie you've conjured up. You can't just say that you wrote a document yourself, right? It's handwritten. It's invalid. It could be literally anyone's handwriting. Well, I don't see how it can be invalid as it has your name, initials, and signature on the document, and it's pretty hard to forge your signature, Kelly. Wait a minute. What are you talking about? I don't think I signed any document that you've given to me. Did you forget that I'm a lawyer, Kelly? I never do anything without it being written down. It's named, signed, and dated with all your details on it. It's as valid as any other public document that a person files and signs. What purpose did you think I'd make you sign something for, Kelly? What? No way. You're lying, right? Handwritten notes can't be used as evidence, can they? That's impossible. Okay, I see what you're saying. You're a bit stupid for thinking that, Kelly. You wrote it all out with no issues. I guess you wrote it all out so easily because you didn't think this would have to be used against you in a courtroom. Oh well. But no, you can't do that. What have I ever done to you that's so bad? Why are you trying to bring me down so badly? It was just an honest mistake. I don't think so. You did me and my brother wrong, so you're getting divorced and you're getting arrested. Also, the money you owe will also be collected from you as well, so don't forget about that. You've got to take responsibility for your actions, Kelly. This isn't fair. I've been nothing but nice to you, Sophia. I can't get that kind of money in a hurry. You know that I don't work, right? How am I going to pay back any of this money? It's virtually impossible. I can't do this. You know, a good person would know what to do, okay? If you get divorced, you'll have to pay alimony and you'll be in a lot of debt. If you don't want to get arrested, just pay back the money you owe and we'll be on our way, all right? But that's going to be impossible. I can't possibly pay back that amount of money. Don't do this to me. Then you'll be locked up, Kelly. It'll be okay as long as you pay. It'll be a waste of money if you don't pay to protect your own reputation.
Sophia? I'm really sorry for causing you so much trouble. I really wished I noticed what Kelly was doing sooner.
Don't worry. It was hard for you to deal with that terrible monster you had as a wife. Does this mean you'll hear me out when things occur from now on? It's true that I couldn't provide any evidence, but I just wanted you to listen to her words for yourself.
I guess the woman that I was with really just clashed with you, didn't she, Sophia? She got along with our mom all right, though. But when it came to you, the atmosphere was always so tense. So I thought that the situation was just the same as when you're around each other. You know, tense. Sophia, I'm really truly sorry for not believing you. And I hope that we can still get along as brother and sister.
Our mother was indeed too kind. I'm aware that it was really tense and everything, but you also don't have a good eye on what people are like.
What do you mean? Are you saying that I'm not good at choosing good women to date?
It's not that people aren't compatible with you or anything like that. You just don't hang around good people who know how to treat others properly. The person I was dating before had a lot of plastic surgery and was in so much debt, and this was before he actually wanted to get married. I didn't want to say it like this to you as I didn't want to hurt your feelings. You've just been unlucky with the ladies you've been with.
Are you joking? It's not funny, Sophia. But I'm really sorry that Kelly did all of this to you.
You keep on apologizing, but you need to be more strong-willed, Grant. That way you can make a decision quickly and save yourself from anything bad happening, okay? But please, don't worry about what happened. It's over and we're going to deal with it through the proper channels.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry for being such an unreliable older brother. I should be the one looking out for you, not the other way around. I knew that people around me didn't have high expectations on what I'd do with my life. That's why I wanted to get married and give everyone around me peace of mind. I guess I just got too impatient and just chose the first woman who laid eyes on me. This is not good. I promise to do better from now on.
Do you think I should believe you when you say those things, Grant? I can't take care of you anymore. Next time, try dating someone who's a little more decent. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to introduce my boyfriend to my brother because I'll be more anxious about you.
Hold on a minute. Did you just say boyfriend? Since when have you been dating a new guy?
Yeah, actually, there's someone I'm dating that I think I want to marry one day. I bought a big apartment this time because I want to live with him.
Oh, is that why you got such a bigger place to live in? Oh, that's great. Congratulations, Sophia. I suppose I'll have to do nothing but my best from now on.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself, okay? But I do hope that you'll write a great wedding speech to make up for what happened.
Of course. I'd love to do that for you, little sister. I'll do my best. Please introduce me to your new guy soon.
Yes, I will. You know, I've learned something new about all this. That the money you spend on family shouldn't be wasted money. Kelly was arrested and Grant filed a divorce from her as well. It seems that she also borrowed some money from a friend and what she owed went through the roof. She was living in hell because she was in so much debt. She's now living in a very run-down apartment on the edge of town. On the other hand, Sophia got married and is now living happily with her new husband. Money is important as it's needed for spending on special events like weddings. Sophia plans to have a long discussion with her husband about the money that Kelly is paying back to her. Eli, are you doing all right? How are things going with Charlotte now that it's been a couple of months? And what about Joey? I'd love to come out and see your baby's face soon. Would that be all right with you?
She's doing great, and so am I. And Joey is being a baby, as expected. But it is a little different having a baby around us. I would actually really love to have you and Mom come out and see him and everything. But,
Eli, it's been about 3 months since Charlotte gave birth to Joey, right? The rest of the family's really wanting to go over and have a look at him. Ever since you guys had him, you haven't sent us any photos or anything to show us what he looks like. Why is Charlotte so against the rest of us coming out to see him right now? I understand that even before giving birth, she was a little odd around us, but since then, things have only gotten worse with her. Have you even been trying to talk with her about her behavior and letting her know she can't act like that forever?
she has started to complain more and more about how annoying it is to have to deal with her mother-in-law and sister-in-law. I have tried explaining to her plenty of times now that you both don't really cause any trouble, but she never really seems to be listening to me.
Is that so? But you guys even moved into the new house recently, so Mom and I have been waiting patiently to have a look inside. Maybe she can go out for the day while we're over?
That could be another option. And I'm sure you both have been waiting to come over finally. I really feel so bad for what I've been doing to you and Mom. I'm going to try to convince Charlotte again today. I'm sorry that something like this is happening to you though, Leia. Thank you for checking in on the three of us again.
I was thinking that since it's been a few months now, Charlotte would be a little more open to us all again. It would be lovely if you could set up a date for the whole family to come out and see you all. What did you end up saying to my husband, Leia? What do you plan on stealing from the both of us when you come over to our mansion? What? What are you talking about? It's been a long time, Charlotte. I'm not sure what you mean by me coming over and stealing things from you guys. Can you tell me why you'd think something like that would happen? My husband keeps going on and on about how his mom and little sister want to come over to this mansion. Normally, he would always listen to what I have to say, but this time he's been particularly annoying about what you said to him. What did you say to him that made him act out like this? I never said anything that dramatic to him. My mom and I just really want to come over and see Joey for the first time. I'm sure ever since giving birth, you've been very exhausted and not wanting any guests over. And that's why for the past 3 months, my mom and I have made sure not to force ourselves on you guys. But it's been 3 months now, right? To my mom, this is her first ever grandchild, and yet you've not allowed her to come over and see him. You won't even send us any pictures of him. Can't you see that Eli probably feels really bad for our mom right now? Well, I don't feel bad for her. What? I have no need in keeping a healthy relationship with my mother-in-law and the rest of her family. And that's why I've been making sure not to have any of you guys over. So would you all please stop forcing my husband to bug me about letting you guys come? We're not forcing him to do anything, Charlotte. I'm sure that Eli just really wants his mom to come over. How about you let Eli be happy for once? I don't care about how he feels. By the way, I know you're just making all that up because you really want to be here to take our things, right? We're not letting you have any of our things, so stop trying to force your way into our mansion like some petty thieves. And even if you were to make your way over here, don't expect me to let you take any of our things for free. My mansion is not open to any of you beggars. Beggars? Why would you call your in-laws something like that? If you're really serious about calling my mom and I beggars, then you really are as toxic as my mom has been saying. No way my mom would ever be a beggar, and the same goes for me. How much longer do you both plan to try and suckle from my doctor husband just because you were raised in that home with a single mother? I don't want either of you coming around my family ever again. Do you understand that? Because if you do, then get out of our lives. I already made plans with Eli, and this coming weekend we're going out there to see Joey in the house. Huh? I never heard anything from him about this. Are you even listening to anything I'm saying to you right now? This is what I should expect from a couple of lowlives, I guess. Well, what about Eli then? He was raised in this family as well, by only my mom. Eli is fine. He became a doctor after all. Then shouldn't my mom be just fine as well? If you're really going to do everything in your power to come over here, then be my guest. But once you get to my front door, we'll see whether or not I'm willing to let you both inside. Charlotte, I think it's really time that you let all of that toxic talk about my mom and I go. If you don't, you're only going to prolong the pain you'll feel later down the road, all right? Huh? Weren't you supposed to have the day off work today, Eli?
I do have to go into work now, though. I'm heading to the hospital right now. Why are you asking? I thought you said you wouldn't be coming over until this weekend, right?
That's right. What? Then that means you're not at the house right now?
Huh? Did something end up happening?
No, nothing at all. Are you going to have to work all night tonight? And where's your baby at right now?
Can you please tell me what's going on right now? Joey is at the house right now, if you really care to know that much.
I see. All right then. Charlotte, please excuse me. Where are you right now? Huh? Why are you still talking to me after all I said to you before? Why does it even matter to you where I'm at right now anyway? What the hell are you trying to do here, Leia? Just shut up and tell me where you're at. Please. Are you in your house right now? I'm in the house. What the hell, woman? Are you trying to get into a physical fight with me now or something? I see. I'm not trying to cause any trouble. Just want to make sure you were in your house. Sorry for asking you such an odd question out of nowhere like that. You're in the house right now with Joey, right? Well, of course I am. You single-parented children are always lacking so much common sense, aren't you? Can't believe you weren't only asking me where I was, but you also asked me if I was with my baby? How about you get your nose out of other families' business? It makes no sense at all why you're doing this. Are you still going on about me? Huh? Never mind that. Now I'll be seeing you in 2 days at your place. You guys are at your home now, right? My mom and I are out here right now ringing your doorbell, yet nobody's come out to answer yet. Can you even hear it? We would really like for someone to come and open the door for us. Not going to happen. Huh? We were told to come here today at 10 a.m., right? Yet now you're saying we can't be let in? I know that my brother had to rush back to the hotel and all that today. But you are still home and can come get the door, right? Please let us in. We have some things we'd like to talk with you about as well. I have no reason to let you in. You're both complete strangers to me. What exactly are you trying to get from my mansion now? We're not trying to get anything from you or your home. We came here to see Joey's face for the first time, and we also have some things to talk with you about. If you both really want to get inside this mansion of mine, then you're going to have to pay me $10,000. What? There's an entrance fee to get in here. There's a high chance you both will try and steal from Eli and I, so a down payment must be made in case anything happens. What are you going on about right now? Even if you and your mom want to keep suckling off my doctor husband, I'm going to make sure it won't happen for free. If you two freeloading lowlives want inside this mansion, then you have to pay me $10,000 right now. We're going home then. All right, I've won yet again. I just shut your whole conversation down, you little brat. How sad. The only one people should be feeling sad for right now is you, Charlotte. You are going to be losing everything you ever had now. Huh? Why are you starting to talk a whole bunch of bullcrap now? I have my newborn baby boy and my doctor husband still. And this mansion that I'm living in is so huge and expensive that everyone in the city is jealous of it. I have everything a woman of my type could ever ask for. And right now, you are doing everything to make sure you lose it all. You really are the most pathetic person ever. How about you stop it with all that nonsense, because it's not going to make me feel bad. If you're not going to be able to pay the entrance fee, then don't either of you ever come to this house again. I don't even want to see you both ever again. Understood, Charlotte. My mom and I will make sure to follow those words of yours to the letter. And that will go both ways. We both don't ever want to be bothered by you ever again. Although I doubt we'll ever have a chance to see you again anyway. When you regret all of this, just know it'll be too late for you to come crying to us.
So things really didn't work out at all.
They really did not. So now everything that you and I were talking about before will have to be put into action. You are completely fine with all of that, right?
Of course I am. Honestly, these past couple of days have been really hard for me, and I've almost passed out a couple of times now. It was getting to the point that I was having trouble focusing on being a doctor.
I'm sure a lot of things were starting to get to you. But in just a little bit, all of your troubles will be taken care of. And I'm sure that all of this is going to make Charlotte regret all her actions up to today. When that happens, I want you to have one last conversation with her about everything.
I'll make sure it's the last time I have to talk to her. Can you make sure to tell Mom I'm sorry about everything? And that when all of this is over with, I'll come apologize to her in person.
Don't worry, as Mom isn't all that hurt right now. She knows that after this, she'll have all the time in the world to spend with Joey and you. So for right now, don't worry about either of us and focus on the task at hand.
You have a good point. Thank you so much, Leia. And please do your best.
I'll make sure to. Excuse me, Leia, what's going on here? What the hell are you doing? I just saw you pull in front of the mansion and start taking pictures of the whole place. Are you out of your mind now?
The only one who's been out of their minds has been Charlotte.
Huh?
I asked for Leia to do that.
You asked for Leia to do what? Wait, what? Who is this?
This is your husband.
What? No way. Eli?
You don't have any other husbands, right? Although it does seem that you have other men in your life right now.
Hold on a second. What's this all about? What is going on right now? Are you telling me that Leia came to the house and started to take pictures of it at your request?
That's what I'm saying. I have a lot of things that I need to take care of as it is, so I asked that she go out and do it for me. I'm coming back to the house right now, and I'm going to be taking Joey out there with me.
What do you mean? Hold on, Eli. Charlotte, this is it for you. Leaving your kid at home to go out and cheat like that is not a very good thing to do to a newborn. It's disgusting, actually. I don't think my brother is ever going to forgive you for what you've done, and I don't blame him. And he's going to make sure you leave that house soon. Huh? What are you going on about now, Leia? There's no way anyone can kick me out of this house. This is my house, after all, my mansion. I'm aware that you think that this place is your house, and were even trying to scam my mom and I out of some money, saying you needed an entrance fee from us. But the one who owns that house, the one who doesn't need to pay any entrance fee to get into it, is my mom. What? My mom bought that house for you and Eli as a present for having your first baby. So tell me who's in charge now? I get that you thought you were in charge, always talking down about my mom and I and never even thanking her for buying that house. But now you're going to lose everything you ever had because of your inability to comprehend a simple situation. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good about watching your life as you've known it be taken away from you. Hold on, I have no idea what you're talking about. Your mom was the one that bought this house for us? Huh? There's no way she ever did that. I know for a dang fact that it was my doctor husband who bought the house. It was Eli. So you don't even understand what your husband really does for a living then? Don't you remember him ever telling you that he's not even a full-fledged doctor yet and only works at the hospital because my mom is the one who owns the dang place? What? Your mom owns? She owns the hospital? And that is why my mom was able to afford a house like the one you're in now and was giving it to you both as a gift to celebrate your first baby. Everyone in the family's been talking about that for a while with you. Even my brother had talked with you about what happened that led to you both getting the house, yet you never listened to anything he said. Wait, but I wasn't actually listening. Since when have any of you guys come and talked to me about it? Like I just said, you don't ever listen to anyone. Anytime my mom was ever brought up in a conversation, you immediately would blank out and not listen because you didn't want anything to do with her. It's your fault for never bothering to actually open up to a relationship with the rest of my brother's family. At the very least, you would have listened to my brother for once, yet you didn't. You were given chances by everyone else besides just my mom to hear about what was happening and about what had happened. But you were so focused on the fact that my mom is a single mother that you just completely voided any information at all about her. Now that you say it, your mom did tell me before that she was a doctor, but I might have just chose not to listen then. Right? My mom never had any reason to not tell you about how she's a doctor and did so many times. My brother also brought her occupation up to you when you started to complain to him about how she was a lowlife in your eyes, yet you didn't listen. You never listen, Charlotte. All of this is happening to you now because you never frickin' listen. But to think that she was actually going to be the owner of that hospital? So that means your mom brought him into that hospital with the hopes of making him into a full-fledged doctor? How awesome! I didn't know he wasn't a doctor yet anyway, so thank God your mom is making sure he becomes a successful one. She will make sure he turns out okay, but you won't be around anymore to witness those events, right? There is still one other problem at hand with you, Charlotte. What? What are you talking about now? I know the reason why you always had a hard time with my mom. That's because something happened during your last marriage, right? I have no idea what you're talking about. I know you understand exactly what this is about. You ended up getting divorced because of something you did in your last marriage. Something that happened with your ex-husband's mother. And now you've been carrying all your pain from then over into our family. No, what? What is this about? You already know, Charlotte. We already know everything about you, so there's no use in trying to play dumb here. Confess what you did to me. We already know, but I want to hear what happened from your own mouth. You went and cheated on your ex-husband, and his mother found out and ruined you for it, which then led to that divorce. And now you're doing the exact same thing, leaving your baby at home to go and cheat, all while forcing my mom and I to stay away so something like that won't happen again. Hold on a minute, Leia. I don't really know what's going on here, and I'm getting really tired now. Can we have this whole conversation another time? No, we're having it right now, whether you like it or not. My brother's already on his way to get Joey now. And that's because you don't have what it takes to be a good mother. What? Hold on, Leia. You were saying that no lowlifes were allowed into your mansion unless they were able to pay an entrance fee of $10,000, right? Things like that you would always say to my family. But the only reason you didn't want any of us in that house with you is because you take your boyfriend into that house, right? That day when you never came down to get the door and asked us to pay, you were with him as well, right? And just the other day, I saw you walking with another man. He looked nothing like my brother, and my brother was at work that day, too. Wait, wasn't that right after you had texted me? That's right. And I had to text you about Joey after because I didn't see him with you at the time. I was worried where he was. So after you lied to me saying you were home with him, I went and spoke to a neighbor who told me that you always hired a babysitter to stay at the house and watch him. You've been using up my brother's money to get a babysitter without him even knowing, so you can go out and cheat on him? No, wait, it's not like that. I have a lot of stress, you know. Eli's always out working and has to stay at the hospital late a lot of the time. Sometimes overnight as well. I just wanted to have a little more freedom and time to myself was all. If that's the case, then shouldn't you have taken a more appropriate path to get what you wanted? You could have asked my mom or I to come over and take Joey for you. But you never wanted to ask us, did you? Because my mom is a single mother and I was raised by her, right? That made the both of us lowlifes, and you didn't like that. But not because you viewed us as being at the bottom of society's ladder, but because you had a single mother as well, right? What? How do you know about that? I haven't even told Eli anything about that. But he already knew, Charlotte. So were you behaving like that towards us because you're too insecure about your own past? That's why you never listened to any of us about how we were living, right? Well, just be aware that your insecurities mean nothing to us. And as far as you cheating on Eli and leaving Joey to go out and do so, none of us forgive you for it. You even tried hiding the fact that you were married once too already, right? When I got on the phone with your ex's mother, I finally started to see the full picture surrounding you. Huh? You called her? What? What the hell do you mean? You tried to completely vanish from them after the divorce, but didn't you forget something before leaving? A settlement, perhaps? The divorce happened because you cheated on your husband at the time. You really have a hard time learning your lessons, don't you? Is Joey even my brother's son? You have that all right. I thought that I was finally going to be able to be happy for once. I'm not sure what all else happened to you throughout your life that made you so pathetic, but just know that this time we'll be making you learn your lessons. And that starts with you taking full responsibility for all your actions. You were lying about actually talking with my ex's mother, right? If she were to actually show back up into my life, I'd be royally screwed. That would mean she'd start to learn about things like the stolen money. Oh, I didn't know about that. But if you stole money from them even, then perhaps you're better off going to prison. Luckily, none of us are on your side anymore, so get ready to be royally screwed. It's going to hurt having to pay off that settlement that you ran away from back then, especially when you have a whole lot of other things to pay for now. Leah, I can see there have been plenty of misunderstandings here. I want to be friends with you now. Right now, it's not too late to become a good sister-in-law to you, right? How about you and your mom come back here and we can have some fun with Joey? We are planning to be there soon. What? Oh, that's wonderful. Then that means you'll all forgive me, right? That's not at all what that means. That house happens to be my brother's, and my mom was the one who paid for it. So of course we're coming over there to see Joey and have some fun with him. But you're not going to be around us when we get there because you have to go. What? I know you thought it was all fun and games telling my mom and I that we couldn't come into that mansion because lowlifes are not allowed in, but it's really you who's going to leave that house now. Honestly, you should have really thought things through a bit more before you started being a total bitch. Well, it's too late to think about things like that now. I'm sorry, Leah. Oh, please forgive me. No point in saying all that to me. I am the least of your concerns right now. But Eli isn't answering any of my calls. Leah, since you're a woman like me, please tell him how I feel, and please tell me what else to do here. Since I am a woman like you, I'll tell it to you straight. Stop being a cheating whore of a bitch and leave my brother, his child, and my family alone. If you had the guts to bring a child into this world, then you should have had the ability to be responsible for them too. I am tired of your crap. Leah. That's all I have left to say to your rotten ass. Joey will be in excellent hands with my family and I from now on. So that means you can piss off. Forever. Eli, how's everything going? Have things started to settle down a little bit in your life?
Things have been going all right for me now. Not only did Charlotte run away from her ex's family and not pay the settlement off, but she borrowed money from them as well and never paid any of it back. I'm glad we were able to catch her before she had the chance to run away this time. But that was really cutting it close, right? Thank God you were helping me out.
You don't have to. I went through all of that work for Joey. So, Eli, about Joey.
You and I both have been pretty worried about him. But after all the testing, the outcome is that he is in fact my blood-related son.
Really? Get out of here. Oh, thank goodness. So this means you won't mind being a single father to him?
That's right. And luckily I have Mom around watching him every day while I go to work. And Mom is a whole lot more happy now that she has her grandson around, to the point where she was able to retire.
That's so wonderful. Mom was always dreaming about retiring one day and spending all her time with her grandbabies. Now she can finally sit back and enjoy the later years of her life with family. And that makes me feel better myself now.
This situation really did suck you into it.
Don't worry about it, though. I would have become a part of it no matter if it was due to you guys or my own desires. And thankfully, I was able to be a big help to you. So from now on, if you have anything else you need help with, just ask me. I'll even take care of Joey whenever you or Mom need a break. So please don't feel like you have to overwork yourself, as you can always rely on me. Now, how about we all work on forgetting about that jerk? In the end, although Charlotte tried to say that she didn't want the divorce, my brother made it happen and he was given full custody of Joey. The judge said that the choice to give him full custody was obvious, since Charlotte went and left him at home all the time to go out and cheat some more. The judge also saw what she had previously done with her ex and told her to prepare herself, because trying to run from things like that would never end in her successfully hiding. After the divorce, Charlotte ended up being cast out by the man she'd been with, since he too had to pay a settlement to Eli, so she ran back to Eli begging for forgiveness. But by that point, my brother was done with her for good and didn't even acknowledge her existence. She then left town in search of her family members, but would soon realize that they too didn't want anything to do with her after hearing the stories of what happened. And so now, with not a single person to rely on for anything, Charlotte's going to have to figure out how to pay off 2 settlements, as well as get to the courthouse in order to stand on trial for stealing her ex-parents' money. As of right now, my mom is very busy taking care of her first grandson, and my brother's been working a lot more now at the hospital. I'm sure that to my mom, she still has some hard feelings about the things her crappy ex-daughter-in-law said about her, but is happy to see that the outcome benefited everyone besides that idiot. And just like my mom had said, our family has never been closer to one another, and she'll stay this way for as long as Charlotte rots in hell. Wow, are you kidding me? Look who's here! Never thought I'd see this trash bitch again. What a small world. What the hell are you doing here anyways? This is not a place for a loser like you. This is a place for winners like me. You came to get bullied again. You want some more heat? I'll spare you my precious time for that. Believe me, I'm also surprised. Never thought we'd meet again, Sarah. Especially here in the same company of all places. I thought you were working for a different company. When did you change your job? That's exactly what I was gonna say. You're stealing my words, you sneaky thief. A bitch I finally trashed and put to misery, reappearing in front of my eyes again. How funny is that? I guess I'll have to trash you again. And trust me, I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. Trash, huh? Sarah, you haven't changed a single bit. Do you actually know where you stand in this situation? I'm sure you don't, so you're saying that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you're the one who doesn't know anything about positions in this company since you just got here. Listen up, you loser. I'm the one who's running this department. Go ask anyone here. I can see you coming back in tears. Mark my words, little bitch. It's super easy for me to bully you and make you quit again like the loser that you are. If you thought that what happened 3 years ago was tough, you're in for a rude awakening. Don't you worry, because I'll treat you like trash again, and we'll see how long you last this time. It's going to be really nasty, so buckle up. Oh, Sarah, you don't get it, do you? That's not what I'm getting at. I really think it's important for you to say things according to where you stand. This is work, and we're in a very different environment from 3 years ago. Yeah, right. I still remember clearly. 3 years ago, you were mentally broken so easily and quickly. Then you folded and ran away. Wherever we are, it's going to be the same or even worse for you this time. Steve was utterly confused by how that turned out. He should have listened to me earlier so he didn't have to waste any of his precious time with a retard like you. But overall, it was good that you guys divorced and left pretty quickly. For me, it was a pleasure bullying you. It was so funny to see you fold like that, like a little weak link that you are. I will joyfully do that to you again, any day of the week. Oh my God, do you even realize what you're saying? Those despicable words that come out of your mouth, it's so low as a human. I am so disgusted beyond belief. 3 years ago, you constantly bullied your brother's wife and made me mentally ill. And like you said, you even enjoyed doing that. That tells what kind of a person you truly are. It's clear to me you haven't changed a single bit, or has it even gotten worse? If so, that is very sad. I'm curious, are you not even a little sorry for what you've done? All the mental damage you've caused? Do you have any compassion towards that? Sorry, for what? Compassion? Towards what? Yes, I'm asking you, Sarah. You don't even understand the point of the question? I'm dead serious. Let me tell you again. You actually made a person mentally sick, and you don't feel anything about it? That's really surprising. I think it's time you start having feelings or compassion for another person. Wow, what is this little scum talking about? You need to go see a psychiatrist, or at least a shrink or a therapist. Explain to me, is there anything wrong with being myself? This is who I am, and this is me. You have a problem with that, dummy? Why the hell should I please you with this sorrow and compassion nonsense? 3 years ago, your little feelings got hurt on your own and just disappeared. That's all your fault, okay? Don't even try to blame your weakness on me. You were calling me trash every day and actually threw food waste at me. Who would enjoy a thing like that? That's not all. I haven't forgotten you placing trash in my bag. You have no idea how that felt. And all the mess created in the house was also my fault? And it wasn't even me who did that. It was obviously you. I was actually the one cleaning it. It made no sense to me, but I did it anyways to keep all the family members somewhat happy. Imagine how I felt at that time. Now that I think back, living together in your parents' house was the fatal mistake. We should have gotten our own house and none of this would have happened. Where are you going with all these past incidents? I basically don't give a rat's ass about anything you're saying, so you're just wasting my time. I have no idea when you started working in this company, but you are so finished. You're done. I will end you. I'll make sure you lose your place in this company. I'll use everything in my power to kick you out of here. Exactly like 3 years ago in my parents' house. Let's see how you'll handle it this time. Understood. Now that I know your real intentions, there is absolutely no way I can forgive you anymore. I'm sorry, Steve, but I can't take it. There is no way I can tolerate her abuse anymore. The time has come to take revenge against Sarah. But, well, at the same time, I feel kind of bad since she's your real sister. But when I imagine that she might do what she did to me to someone else, which I assume she probably is, I can't hold back anymore. There's absolutely no reason to let this slide.
Oh my God, what a surprise. You guys are working in the same company? Last thing I imagined was my sister being in your new workplace. That's shocking news, to say the least. You must be surprised beyond belief.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised too. Of all people, why her? In my new office? There's got to be some reason for this. And I was thinking it over and came to this conclusion. Now is the best chance to strike back at her. Since she still doesn't know where we both stand in the company, she's convinced that she's my boss, you know. I need to make that person suffer just like she did to me, and let her know that there's consequences for the things she's done. Though I needed to let you know before I take actions, which I will do very soon. I'm sorry, but at this point, my willingness to strike back won't change, so there's no use trying to stop me.
Oh, don't worry about that. I have zero intention of stopping you. Especially now that I know what she has done to you, and she's back in your life. Now it's time to strike back. You need to do it. Plus, I'll do what I can to help you. I need to do this. Also, you definitely should not forgive her for what she has done to you.
Wow, well, thank you for saying so. I wasn't too sure how you would react since she's your sister. But I'm curious, what can you actually do to help? Listen, Sarah, at this point, I have absolutely no mercy towards you, and I am sure you will not like what's coming. You better be ready for this. What in the world is this newbie saying? Ready for what, you loser? To get crushed by me again? Yeah, I'm ready. A newbie to this office trying to come against me, your boss? This loser is seriously crazy. Bring it, you little scum. We'll see how that works out. You better bring your A game. You're just gonna go mentally broken again like before anyways, but try me. Come on, what are you waiting for? At this point, I'm already used to your disgusting remarks, nothing I want to be used to. But you made me so. Although it was really hard hearing that on a daily basis, especially at home where I wanted to chill out and relax. But at work, it's a different story. I'll handle it professionally in a business matter. One thing for sure is that you will not like what's coming your way. You just got here and you so arrogantly want to talk business matters with me, you delusional bitch. When are you going to realize that I'm the boss? You're so dumb and delusional beyond belief. Never in a million years did I think that a girl who divorced my younger brother due to my bullying would turn out to be my assistant. Look forward for more torture coming your way. Well, actually, I'm your boss. What? I can't hear what you're saying. Speak up. I'm sorry, but you've been getting it all wrong, talking all that nonsense. It's very simple and straight. I'm your boss, not you. You came in late today, so you missed my introduction in the morning. So, once and for all, I will tell you the details. I was headhunted from another company to come here and start new projects and shake things up and make things right. My position as a division manager is above your job position, so whether you like it or not, I am technically your new boss. What? New boss? What are you talking about? I wasn't told any of that from anyone. It makes no sense at all. Stop bluffing or you're seriously gonna get hurt. In what world is a newbie like you suddenly going to become my new boss? You're making things up so I won't bully you. You think I'm stupid? It's just going to make things worse, you know. All of what you're saying is BS. I've been working here for more than a year, you know. People tell me things and rely on me. If you were going to be my new boss, I would have been informed well in advance. Anyways, our job positions are different. You are ranked way below me. One of my jobs is to keep an eye on your division. So it's absolutely a waste of time arguing here. Whatever you say, I am your boss, and that's a fact. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Cry all you want, but the fact of the matter is, I am your new boss. So, with the past aside, I'm really looking forward to working with you. And my first advice to you, you really better stop thinking about bullying me. It's not in your best interest to do anything of that nature to your boss. You can at least understand that, right? Yeah, right, you're my boss. You're either lying or joking. Or you've gone mad. Yeah, that's probably it. Go see a doctor before you come here. It's not even funny. A trash bitch is my boss. I know you're stupid and crazy, but come up with a better lie. Everyone in the company knows I should be the boss. I have the most accomplishments and everyone relies on me massively. With your skills, that will never be possible. You're so delusional. No one is relying on you. You can't even do the job properly, so you should keep your filthy mouth shut. What? A newbie like you doesn't have the right to say those disrespectful things to me. You are really pushing me, you know? You have no idea how dangerous that is. Plus, now's the only time you can act tough like that. You're going to bend the knee to me very soon. Starting a beef with me? What a stupid move. You'll see where this goes. All hell will break loose in your miserable life, so welcome to misery, you bitch. Back at you with those exact same words. I'm actually grateful you said it first, so I didn't have to say anything nasty. Don't even think for a second that it'll be the same as 3 years ago, because it's not, and this time I have the upper hand. One thing's assured, you're the one that's going to regret it this time, and it's going to be a very hard pill to swallow for a delusional person like you. Hey, what the hell is going on? I'm really fired? There's no way that can be true, and no way am I going to accept this. It absolutely makes no sense. One thing I know for sure is that everything has gone south from the time you became my boss. The series of misfortunes since you arrived, you are a plague. You must be using some sort of black magic or whatever the hell you're doing. This is all BS. I am cursed, and you're the one to blame. I told you from the start that I'm your boss, and I'm here to make things right. It's not black magic or a curse. What don't you understand about that? It's pretty straightforward. It's not rocket science that you are not fit for this company. Hypothetically speaking, I'll admit that you're my boss, since everyone is saying so. But I haven't done anything wrong to you this time around. You know that, right? At least you can tell what's right from wrong. Even more, I was actually being kind to you, so why can you do such a thing? That is absolute cruelty. It's not allowed. It makes absolutely no sense to fire me. This company needs me. I am their cash cow. What? You haven't done anything wrong and you were being kind to me? I'm your boss, so in any business situation, that is such a normal thing to do. All assistants act that way to their bosses. Plus, you all of a sudden just flip-flopped your attitude towards me after our previous conversation. It was so obvious you buttered up because I'm your boss and you thought that that was the only way you could survive in this company. What a sneaky weasel you are. Let me tell you something. That didn't work in your favor at all. What do you mean it didn't work in my favor? What did you not like about it? How can you be so inhumane? Well, if you go there are tons and tons of things I didn't like. But that's not the real point and problem here. The problem is your terrible work attitude. Plus, you did another fatal thing that led to this decision. You should take a moment and do some serious searching in your heart. What? Work attitude? A fatal thing? What are you talking about? There's nothing terrible or fatal in my work. Why should I take a moment? You should know well enough that I would never do such a thing. Oh my God, you are so delusional. Look at yourself in the mirror and look who's talking. First of all, I knew that you weren't achieving anything profitable or worthwhile for the company. And you were threatening the fragile coworkers to give you dates and stole their hard-earned accomplishments. And that is basically how you have been making your way through this company. Sorry, but I knew all of that. You can't fool me. That's called cheating. You are a cheater. What? I never did anything like that. I always play fair and square. Hell no, I ain't a cheater. And even if I warned you, you'd tell me, where's the proof? And try to end the discussion in that manner. So I went ahead and filed your so-called accomplishments and sent it to the upper management. You actually snitched all of that to the upper management? Sounds like you're the cheater. Whatever, I studied your actual operational rate during the business hours. And the actual contract capture rate. It's easy to find out how much you've really accomplished if you see it as data. Funny thing is, you weren't operating all that much, but somehow you have quite a lot of contracts captured and accomplishments. Well, that's weird, which obviously means you were cheating your way through and threatening and stealing someone else's accomplishments. I've already talked to those people and collected all the evidence on this, so there's no way you can get away with it. Lisa, wait, what are you saying? Everyone's lying since they're jealous of me. But it gets even worse, you know. I have a proof that you were embezzling money from the company. What? Wait a minute, you need to wait. I would obviously never do that. Why are you blaming me for doing that? Everyone's so jealous of me, trying to bring me down for no reason. That's not fair. Where is this BS coming from? That's not right. I am always working honestly and diligently. Here's what we know. You claimed you went on a business trip, but you actually didn't. Sound familiar? There were so many things that didn't align in the expense calculation you turned in. So I did further research, and all were falsely made-up expenses. You actually thought you could get away with that? Which leaves me to say, we can no longer hire you, Sarah. It's not my decision, it's from upper management. So don't bear a grudge against me. Wait, are you seriously saying all this? What have I done wrong? I'm pretty sure I told you all of what you did wrong, or am I missing more? You still don't get it, huh? Are you trying to say you won't admit all of this? I wouldn't say that, but spending a little money on yourself? Come on, Lisa, it's not such a big deal, right? I mean, everyone's doing it. Is that right? Well, I'm surprised to find out that you weren't conscious that you were actually committing a crime. Well, sorry to inform you that this is nothing but a crime, which means you will be given a disciplinary dismissal from the company. You should be grateful that we aren't pressing charges. But it will definitely affect your future careers, that's for sure. It'll be super hard to find a new job. Human resource data will be shared amongst the affiliate companies, so no one will want to hire you. Especially a person who committed a crime like you'll be immediately on a blacklist. So basically what I'm saying is that you are permanently banned from this industry. Blacklisted? Wow, chill out. You're exaggerating, right? You just want to convince me that I did something bad, right? I get that, but how can you be so cruel and affect my future career? Lisa, you're doing too much. Think about it. That's called crossing the line. You're trying to get back at me just because my brother dumped you. History tells that I do have a grudge against you, but this is a different story. You still don't think this is a big deal, but I have to tell you once again, this is a crime. Oh, and by the way, one more surprise. Your brother didn't dump me. What do you mean? We all know that he dumped you 3 years ago. You were mentally ill and weak at that time, so it's obvious he had to dump you. And you ran away and disappeared like a rat. I must say kudos to him. Steve made a wise choice dumping trash like you. You're such an ill-natured person, so you more than deserved to be dumped. Who's the real ill-natured person here? It might surprise you, but Steve and we're still together. We lived together all this time. What are you talking about? You got dumped and left the house. Well, obviously, I was sick and tired of your constant complaints. Who wouldn't be? So on the surface, we decided to tell everyone that we're divorced so I wouldn't have to deal with you anymore. We did this act all because of you. And the reality is, we weren't divorced and we still live together to this day. What? So you're not divorced? So Steve, my beloved brother, deceived us? There's no way he'd do that to us. I wouldn't say he deceived you, but what can we do? It's impossible to live with a real psychotic lunatic like you, who will occasionally enjoy devastating my mental health and harass me every single day. If you find out that we're still married, then you will come at me again and say all these nasty things to me and try to boss me around. We knew for sure that you were going to do that. So we did all this action and are convinced we took the best measure to keep you out of our lives. What the hell is that? You two making fun of me? I bet you were laughing at me. Okay, anyways, that's that, but if so, why are you holding a grudge against me? If you're not divorced, then you don't need to hold a grudge. Why are you doing this to me then? There's no reason for that. You seem to have forgotten on what you did to me, but I haven't. I obviously hold a grudge against you, so this coincidence was in fact lucky for me. The chance to strike back at you and get over my trauma has suddenly arrived. Who would have thought I'd get hired to the company you're in as your boss? Of course, I told Steve about this since he is my family. How dare you do something Steve will despise of? You call that a family? I'm Steve's family. Well, I'm sorry to tell you that he really doesn't consider you family anymore, so I guess he's cool with it. What do you mean by that? My little brother doesn't consider me family? No way that's possible. You have no idea what we've been through. Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Going on like this for 3 years. You have no idea how much he suffered being in between a bullying lunatic sister and me. You were so self-centered you never understood his feelings. But his days of tolerating are finally over. A huge burden has been lifted off his shoulders. What are you trying to say? He told everything to your parents, all the little details too. What do you mean by everything? To my parents? Who else but you and Steve's parents? Finally, he told them what you've been doing to me. They believed him, you know. BS, there's no way my parents will believe that. They will never believe what you're saying. I know them. They love me more than anybody. You were telling them things that I had never said, lying about actions I've never done. So at that time, they were reacting in that way to me. But finally, they realized the truth. Coming from Steve, they had no choice but to believe. You liar! What have you done? What I did to you was not such a big deal, right? The countless harassment you did to break my mental health was not a big deal for you, huh? Oh well, who cares now? All that's left for you is to go to hell. It's really too late to regret at this point. I hope you can find a place to live and a new job as soon as possible, if you ever can find them. With your attitude towards life, I don't think your future is on the bright side. What do you mean, a place to live? What are you inferring? I don't think you are allowed to live in your parents' house anymore. I heard that they're really upset. Don't worry, you'll know soon when you hear from them. Wait, I can't believe what's happening. This is a nightmare. Hell, I just got a damn text saying never to come back home and that they'll send all my belongings to wherever I live next. This is all your fault. Lisa, what have you done? I'm never going to forgive you for this. Forgive me? What can you actually do now? You're officially jobless and homeless. Don't even bother to start beef with me. You have absolutely no leverage over me. I'm not trying to start a beef with you. All I'm saying is just get me my job back. Plus, you need to explain that to my family. That's also important. What's left to explain at this point? Everything is already out there. Also, you being fired is official. You stealing the company's money and not working properly and bullying the coworkers? You more than deserve to be fired. You're lucky you're not in jail for this. So from now on, best of luck, because you need every bit of it. You must let this all sink in and regret all your wrongdoings. Since the day you came back into my life, everything has been totally awful. Why the hell did you come to that company in the first place? You should have just minded your own business and lived your loser life. I'm going to use everything in my power to make you regret this. Don't you forget this. You've pushed the wrong button. Yeah, whatever. Karma's a bitch, huh? Just hold on to that grudge hard and tight. But sadly for you, it won't change anything anyways. You have no power or anything in that matter to get back at me anymore. So, farewell. Don't you ever show up in my life again. Hey, Lisa, I want to apologize. Please, you must forgive me. I never even thought for a second that Steve would see that scene. That was not supposed to happen. You're kidding about the cops, right? Please stop. You have to let this go. What do you mean? You tried to assault me. How can you even say that? Why are you the one telling me to stop? You came storming in with all the rage. This could easily be a police matter, you know? That's exactly why I'm apologizing. I never thought that Steve would be that pissed. If Steve hadn't gotten in between us and stopped you, I would have been seriously injured. then you would have been a complete criminal, which, again, you completely deserve to be. Let me rephrase. Actually, you already are a criminal. What were you thinking, attacking me? You keep on crossing every line there is. Can't you control yourself in any of these circumstances? I couldn't forgive you for what you did to me. I've never been treated this way in my life. I surely don't deserve to be. And you suddenly appear back in my life because of you. Because of me what? Go on, say it. Let me tell you, you got kicked out of your house because of what you did. Getting fired was all due to your actions. How can you be stupid enough to blame everything on me and not face the truth? Own it for once. You've been blaming someone else for everything your entire life. That's gotta stop. Don't you dare call me stupid. You really get on my nerves. Don't you understand how much trouble you're causing your family? It's really serious. Steve and your parents are really concerned about you. But you kept on repeating this kind of self-centered, egotistical behaviors over and over. You come up with all these conclusions that it's always someone else that is bad and never you. So this is exactly what you should get. You need this lesson. If you even feel a little sorry for your family, you need to turn your life around and change now. Turn my life around? How do I do that? Oh God, you're asking me that? Think for yourself. At least, don't ask me of all people. Don't you have any friends that will teach you a little decency? Good heavens, you're a grown-ass woman. Plus, you might not have noticed, but I really don't want to speak with you anymore. So think for yourself. I'm dead serious. Don't text me from here on out. Goodbye, ex-sister-in-law.
So, you might not care, but Sarah started a live-in work for my relative's factory. I think you should scold her pretty well. She has never been like that before.
I wouldn't say I scolded her. I didn't say that much, but I believe I got my message through. Thinking about you and Mom, it's time she really needs to get her act together. Now is really the time for it. We can't let her go on like this and do nothing about it, right? It could have been way more disastrous if she went on like that. All she was doing was bullying me and harassing the coworkers. That's an insane behavior, to say the least. She was going to turn out to be a real criminal one day. That could have easily happened. Then it would have been too late.
Yeah, exactly. For me, it was actually the end of the story when she stole money from the company. And when I saw her trying to assault you, that sealed the deal. Now I am totally convinced that she's an insane lunatic. It's the first time I've ever snapped at her like that. Before that, I always tried to be mindful of her since I knew it was hard to get my true feelings to her. And basically, I didn't want to piss her off. If I said something that she didn't like, that won't even listen anyways. So probably me snapping at her was the key to her realizing that it was something really serious we're dealing with here. I should have done it earlier.
Yeah, but in hindsight, I'm really glad she realized the point of all this. It took a long time and effort, but I'd like to think it was worth it. There was nothing good about the whole situation, and hopefully in the future, she becomes a better person.
My parents were really sorry about this whole situation, and my deepest apologies to you too, Lisa. You were the biggest casualty of this. I regret that I couldn't take actions earlier. I truly am sorry. And I am so glad that you weren't injured in that altercation. I can't imagine what I would have done if you were injured. The outcome of this whole family could have been very dangerous.
I'm okay. Thank you for protecting me. And I'm glad it didn't turn out to be the worst outcome. You're always my important husband, from now and forever. I love you. Steve's mother told me that Sarah was still hanging in with her new job. She is working hard to gain her independence and finally trying to stand on her own feet. She is supposedly saying that she feels sorry for what she's done to me, but to be honest, I still can't trust her. The memory of cruel and constant harassing is not easy to forget. So, obviously, I'm still in no mood to see her again. Who would be, right? If she really has realized and regrets all of her wrongdoings and she's willing to change and become a better person, then this whole thing was all for the good. And I guess I can be happy for that.